Hi everyone, Brian Moore here again, and thanks for tuning in. In this episode, I'm going to talk about what I believe to be the true fundamentals of golf. So, if you were to make a list of what you absolutely have to do to hit great shots, when you get right down to it, the list really isn't all that long. And in 20 some odd years of teaching golf and 30 some odd years of playing, plus having the opportunity to have gotten to work alongside some of the best teachers in the game, I've come up with 4 fundamentals. Now, let me first define what I believe to be a true fundamental. A fundamental is something that all great players are doing. So if you've watched golf on television before, obviously I'm sure you have, you see all sorts of different looking swings, yet they all seem to hit great shots. So certainly there must be some common denominators that they all have. And these to me are really what the true fundamentals of golf are. Now, a lot of people seem to think or have the idea that your grip and your posture and your aim and your ball position are fundamentals, but to me those are variables more so than anything. As you'll see on TV, you see all sorts of different grips and aim and so forth. Now, I'm not saying those things aren't important, but they're certainly not absolutes. They're not set in stone. So, to me, the 4 fundamentals are, number 1, you have to hit the golf ball in the center of the club face. Now, that's so obvious that we almost take it for granted, but a lot of times somebody hits a bad shot and they blame something like the top of their backswing for the problem when really they just happen to have missed the center of the club face. And even a slight miss off the center of the club face can give you dramatically different results in terms of the outcome of the shot. Number 2 is managing the bottom of your swing or controlling the bottom of the swing. So basically what that means is that when you swing the club down, where is the bottom of that swing arc? And there's a direct correlation between skill level and where the bottom of that arc is. And generally speaking, the further forward the bottom of that swing is in front of the golf ball, the higher the skill level, up to a certain point, of course. Now, for a driver, it's a little bit different, but in terms of hitting balls off the ground, the bottom of the swing needs to be in the front of the golf ball. Higher handicappers tend to have the bottom of their swing too far behind the ball. The other part is the height of the arc. So how deep is that arc going to be? If the club continued to go down, how far down into the ground would it go? Or perhaps maybe the arc height is too high and it never touches the ground at all. So certainly being able to manage the location and the height of the bottom of your swing is very important. Number 3 is being able to control the starting line and the curve on your golf ball. Now, notice I didn't say hit it straight. Hitting it straight is too hard to do. There's too many stars that have to be lined up just right to hit the ball perfectly straight. But if you know that you can curve the ball one way or another, you can play for that. So really all you have to be able to do is start the ball on the correct line and then be able to predict the curve, and you can play some great golf. And number 4 is club head speed. Club head speed is a great barometer or measuring stick for skill potential. The best players in the world seem to be the ones that have the highest club head speed. And you could do the first 3 perfect. You could hit the ball in the center of the face, and you could manage the bottom of your swing just right, and you could manage the starting line and the curve on your ball. But if you didn't have any club head speed, you wouldn't be able to hit the ball anywhere, and you'd be out there all day. So that being said, anything that you set out to do with your swing, if you are trying to work on your swing or you want to improve your swing, any changes you make have to be directly accountable to one of those 4 things. So for instance, if somebody comes to me and says, oh, I don't like the position of the club at the top of my swing, I would say, okay, fine, but how is that going to change impact? And if there's not a direct, logical answer, chances are you're looking in the wrong place. So hopefully this will be a little bit more eye-opening for you and give you some better idea of what it is you really need to focus on in terms of what's important to hit great shots. So thanks very much again for tuning in, and I will see you again next time.